Hey there, my name is Paul, and this is Out of Neutral, a weekly tune-up where we look to the Bible to get in gear, follow Jesus into the life he came to make possible. Today I want to share some tips for being slightly less angry with your children. Every parent has felt anger toward their children at one time or another. While there is such a thing as righteous anger, most of the anger I've given into as a parent was more the result of impatience, lack of grace, and the feeling that my goals were being blocked. While some parents treat anger as a discipline strategy, Scripture has convinced me that getting angry at children usually does more to model the parent's lack of grace than it does to help build grace in children. As James 1:20 warns, the anger of man does not produce the righteousness of God. Even when you're convinced that most anger is counterproductive, it doesn't take it away. We still need a plan for dealing with our anger. This week I read Sam Crabtree's excellent article on how to keep your cool when your children misbehave. Let me share some of the things I learned and add some other things that have helped me. Crabtree gives parents 7 tips. Number 1, plan early. Look at the root causes of your anger and plan strategies to address them. 2, own your eruptions. Admit when you've blown it and seek forgiveness for your outbursts. 3, pause. Step back from the conflict and try and gain perspective. 4, go to God. Pray and ask God for help, for humility, and the filling of God's Spirit. 5, laugh together. Use humor and laughter to lighten the mood. 6, absorb the Bible. Get God's perspective on anger with specific scriptures to guide you. And 7, give thanks. Thank God for the opportunity that the conflict gives for your growth. I think it's a helpful list of ideas, and I'd commend the rest of his article to you. Let me share some of the ways I've tried to deal with anger in my own parenting. First, revisit your parenting strategy. For me, anger is usually a sign of exasperation. My plan isn't working. My anger is a signal that I have to revisit my plan. Have I resorted to nagging instead of consequences? Have I become lazy when I need to be consistent? Do the consequences of sin reflect the seriousness of the sin that's been committed? Adding anger to an ineffective parenting strategy isn't a recipe for success. Second, revisit your parenting goals. One of the things that ignited anger in me and frustration in my children was trying to work on too many goals at once. I found that my children were more focused, I was more relaxed when I worked on one goal. That is, one new behavioral change at a time. Third, revisit your parenting expectations. Today, many parents' moral and spiritual expectations for their children are often too low rather than too high. But one of the things that fueled my anger and my children's frustration was expecting behavior in my children that I hadn't prepared them for. Before I expect behavior, I need to teach the behavior and the basis for it. Finally, revisit your schedule. When I'm healthy and well-rested, I'm much less prone to anger. But when my schedule fills up, or when my children's schedule fills up, I'm stressed and I'm far more irritable. When I feel myself getting angry, I need to slow down and ask, is it me? Is this more about my stress and busyness than my children's behavior? Parenting comes with a long list of temptations to anger. But all of us can work at becoming slightly less angry. Anger short-circuits what we're trying to say and accomplish in our children's lives. And often, it only communicates impatience and frustration. May God give us wisdom to understand the causes of our anger and seek the Spirit's help in nurturing patience, grace, and self-control. When are you tempted to anger? What helps you be less angry with your kids? Share your experiences in the comments so we can all learn from them. That's all for this time. Today's video has helped you get out of neutral. Leave a comment, share it with your friends, and subscribe to join us on the journey.